Hola, witches! Welcome to, what is this, Wednesday at Starting Out Solitary. This week we're talking about potions. Lovely, lovely, wonderful potions. And I am Michael Blackthorn, the Deviant Witch, and my special guest this week is Miss Melissa, the Dreadful Mystic.
Hola.
AKA your Monday host. But hopefully y'all caught Monday's show. We talked about potion making 101. So we really discussed, why, how, blah, 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 all the basics of potion making. So definitely check that out because that's a really beneficial video. Tonight, though, we're going to have fun. Tonight we are focusing on love potions. Deviant style, dreadful style, just because we like to have fun and we like to share formulations and share different ideas on how to make things your own. Before I share one of mine, Miss Melissa, let's talk about love potions. Let's talk about love workings and such. What are some of your favorite ideas about, love potions, or, some of your favorite ingredients, or anything pertaining to creating oil or liquid magic in regards to love? Like, what stands out to you?
Ooh, well, I enjoy making, honestly, I love, whenever it comes to love anything, I really dig making scrubs because of the whole getting ready to, prepare yourself to be with the person that you love or someone that you want, someone that you're attracted to, and really kind of, empowering not only yourself, but also with that empowerment, you're attracting what you want, from someone. So I love doing that. I love scrubs. I think that they just feel decadent. They're very sensual, very sexual. And to me, that adds to the empowerment of the witch, themselves. So I enjoy working with things like that. I enjoy attracting what I desire. And it may be a desired response, especially since, like, if you're like me and already in a relationship, then that's what you're going to be working on, is a desired response, or attracting that special someone. I don't recommend necessarily casting on a specific person. Those never work out for me. Not to say that I think they're evil or bad. I just, from experience, those just don't work out.
Right. Yeah. Well, and what was it? Those take a lot of work as well. Like if you're targeting someone specific, they have to. Blythe would always say, you have to always feed it. You always have to keep that shit working, and so it's very exhausting, very draining, and it's not real. I mean, really, if you have to keep refueling something, especially when you're not talking about love work, if you have to keep reactivating it and creating that sensation, that feeling, that emotion, that experience, it's very draining, but it also is very hollow too, because it makes you feel empty inside, because while you get the physical experience and the mock emotional response, it's not actually legit.
Right, exactly. And plus things like that you're constantly having to feed, you're constantly casting repeatedly day after day, tend to take a life of their own and start attracting things on their own. And that gets just messy and nasty and all kinds of craziness. So every time I think of stuff like that, I think about The Craft. Whenever, she goes after Skeet Ulrich's character, I forget what his name was in the movie, and
Right.
it becomes like this zombie. What was it?
His name's Chris. Her name was Sarah.
Chris. Oh, yeah, that's right, Chris. So, yeah, when Sarah goes after Chris, and then he becomes like this love slave, and then he becomes the stalker, and ultimately just totally possessed, to a very scary level. So, and I've seen that so many times, it's ridiculous. So I don't, advocate for casting on somebody specifically, but I do find it really interesting when you cast to attract a specific kind of person. Not to say that there's not things that can go wrong with that.
Yeah.
But it is never boring. It's definitely interesting. And it's something that you can have a lot of fun with, because these people are attracted to you because of what you're putting out. So it's not necessarily something that's fake. You're amplifying your own your own essence, your own being, your own positive aspects. So it's a lot of fun, and there's so many ways to work with that. I really like apples are a lot of fun. And I've already talked about in the last video how I'm not a fan of roses. If I'm going to use flowers, it's going to be something like jasmine, or it's going to be honeysuckle, or it might be violets. Violets can be really interesting in love spells. You kind of have to be careful with those because violets have a lot of ties to death.
Yeah.
So even though you can, go for the more sultry kind of, I don't like to use the word dark, but in I don't know.
Like raw.
What was the word
Yes,
yeah. Right. No inhibitions
thirsty.
is what I'm trying to say. Right. So I hate to use the word darker, but more of the taboo aspects, especially when you think about lust and sex. So if you're into that, no judging whatsoever.
Well, with violets, though, you also have to be careful because violet can also it's borderline obsessive. So
yes.
you have to really
Kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I was going to just say you have to really be careful with that because it can actually be very good for someone who you could create like an elixir or a potion, liquid magic with violet for if you're like a dominatrix, someone who is in like a sub and dom relationship, or experience. That would be very interesting. And you could, if you have specific tools that you use, or if you have, even stilettos, you have certain heels, whatever, you can actually utilize your potion on your tools, on your heels, or even on like a sigil on your clothing, even a little bit in like when you wash those specific, items, put your potion in there. There's different ways to execute it, but yeah, I would definitely be careful with violet though because of the death aspect, obsessive aspect, but it's a great ally, especially when you combine it and kind of like dilute its energy and really help to focus and direct it with other things.
Right, like you can put lavender in there with it to kind of calm it down. You want to be careful and though not use too much lavender because you don't want to calm them to death.
Right. Go night-night.
So, right. Or put them to sleep. To me, violets are really good when you already have an established relationship because you don't have to worry so much about the obsessive factor. And the only thing you'd really have to worry about mostly is the whole death aspect. But if you know what you're doing, you can use it really well. There's what else? Let's see. Was it ylang ylang?
Lang lang.
I love that. That's really potent, especially in lust factor. Patchouli, oh my gosh, I could talk about patchouli for days when it comes to love. Yes. And there's so many things. Let's see, I haven't gone into crystals, so I'm not a fan of rose quartz necessarily unless you're using something like
Up there.
yeah. unless you're using something focusing more on the lust factor, and you want to not, you don't want it to go too fast. So rose quartz is really good balancer whenever it comes to something like that. Carnelian is a lot of fun. Carnelian is very kinky.
Mm-hmm.
So your Carnelian likes to take energy that's a low vibration energy and turn it into a high vibration energy. So Carnelian can get pretty kinky. But it's a lot of fun because you have that fire, that passion. Even black obsidian can be used in love, especially if you're working with broken hearts that are, two people who have broken hearts that are coming together. If you have any kind of, healing issues that you need, black obsidian can be really good.
Right. Well, yeah.
I feel like I've talked forever.
Well, you got the juice flowing through you. You got the inspiration. Like, this is good. No, I also, like, if you're in a relationship with another, witch or a metaphysical practitioner, black obsidian is very great at bringing those two energies together, because sometimes it's really hard to come together with someone who is of another spiritual power essence or something, and so you have black obsidian that can actually, again, fuse. Black obsidian is great for psychic surgery, and so that helps to really bring things together on a very interesting level. When you said rose quartz, you can actually work with rose quartz, especially, and this is for people who are in relation, or anyone really who is having issues performing in the bedroom. Maybe they're not lasting long enough or whatnot, or they're just not comfortable or confident. What you can do is, since we're talking potions, you can take some Florida water and infuse it with a little bit of lavender, because lavender helps to, calm your shit. Mm-hmm. Lavender would be great. My computer wants to do all these weird updates now. So lavender would be great to calm it. Add some. I would probably add, Tribulus, just because that is great for, driving primal energies and very masculine and very, I don't know, just it revs up that energy, and it's very sexual. And so the lavender would help, help ease the mind, help calm that, and help someone feel, at home, at ease in the bedroom. And then you have Tribulus that would come in and rev it up, like, bring that confident energy, bring that Aries energy almost, in the sense of action-oriented and very stimulated. And so those together, you can add other things for sure, but those two together with some Florida water helps to protect the area. And, obviously when you're having sex with someone, obviously that's where we're going tonight. So when you're having sex with someone, your energies are vulnerable, so you want to make sure that you feel protected in all sorts of ways. So don't forget the spiritual aspect. So definitely Florida water is great for that. And plus it clears out any debris, like any negative thinking, negative thought patterns in regards to, sexual patterns, beliefs, and maybe even abuses, things of that nature that come up when you're sharing your body with someone. So Florida water is perfect, and then you infuse that with, again, Tribulus, lavender. Then what you would do, there's rose quartz back there. You would grid your potion with rose quartz, as well as I would probably utilize, and it's a weird combination, but I'd probably utilize citrine and carnelian, just because those colors go well together, but also their energies flow well together, because you have rose quartz that rose quartz is like, okay, I'm gonna calm down. I'm gonna, this is okay. This is gonna be okay. It's gonna kind of lengthen the process. Not gonna shoot too soon. So it's gonna really help lengthen the process. But you also have carnelian, which gives that very primal energy, and it keeps you guys, going. It keeps you together, and it helps to not get too slow, not get too, you don't fall asleep, you don't get bored, you're not too calm, you're just the right amount. And then the citrine helps to bridge the gap, because you can't go from, too slow or too fast. You need citrine to help bridge the gap where it really prolongs everything. So you have that experience where, oh, I'm good. So that combination would be great. And what you can do once you got your potion, your liquid magic, you can spray the sheets. Once you have it, you can spray the sheets. You can actually put the formula, the potion, under the bed. You can. There's so many different things you can do with it. If you are scared to have that while your partner's there, if they don't know, if you take after they clean themselves off, if you body sweat, fluids, whatever, if you save that, you can actually utilize that in your potion. You can soak that in that formula and cast utilizing that.
And if you have like a specific towel that you keep on hand for the cleaning up process, you can always wash it in a specific potion, in that potion even. So if you're feeling like once isn't enough, you want to make a night of it, they'll wipe themselves down with that towel that has been washed in that potion, and it can, rev up the sex magic all over again, and so you can just keep going at it.
Yeah, well, what's interesting about that is even at that, and now, we'll get to other things, but right now we're going to talk about this. You're already in the bedroom, y'all. We just went there. But no, if you can have like a little pillow like you make, like, you create your own and stuff it full of different herbs and things that align with what you want. And if you have a specific pillowcase you utilize for that, you can actually clean up with a pillowcase and, cast with that. And then when you rinse or, wash that pillowcase in your formula, you put it back on. Obviously, it's clean, y'all, so whatever. You put it back on the pillow, so it keeps activating that energy. So anytime you have your experiences, you have sex, whatever, you have that pillow on your bed somewhere. You create that connection. And so every time that you process this, it just gets better and better.
Right, exactly. I like it.
Come on, we're awesome at this. Watch out, y'all. Shoot.
My love potions always wind up going back to sex, apparently. Hey, sex is important. We can't act like sex isn't a vital important in a good, loving relationship. That is connecting in the physical and spiritual. You're exchanging energy. It is very personal and very connective and potent. Sex in itself is a potent magic.
Right. So let's try and for those people who are seeking to attract love or just promote that in your everyday life, I have a potion, a liquid magic that I use daily, actually, just because I like the energy. I like the scent, and basically what I do, and anything, I don't know if I've already said this, but a potion is something, a liquid magic. We explained that in Monday's video, but it's something that you activate, you give life. It's a magical act. It's not just like throwing these things together. You have to activate it, you have to give it life, you have to birth it, and that's what makes it a potion. I put vanilla, patchouli, and Damiana,
Ooh.
Yes, because Damiana is really good for love working. It's really good,
It
not just sex, y'all, but it's really good for sex. Sensuality,
is.
lust. It's good for honestly love in all its aspects, but it helps you to heal through any blockages that you have. But it really promotes that very the sexual essence of the witch, the sexual essence of a magical person, because witches are associated with sexuality, and so Damiana helps to bring that out in you. And a lot of people have a hard time, no pun intended, y'all, but a lot of people have a hard time at owning that and being comfortable and confident in their own sensuality and their own sexuality. I also add witch hazel. Not a
Mhm.
lot, because to me witch hazel stinks.
It does.
It's not
It's very. Mhm.
it's not good. Not good at all. Nope. But
No.
that's kind of like love. It's not always like this great, experience. Sometimes it's a little bitter. Um and so I put that.
Well, plus witch hazel evaporates pretty quickly. That's what I like about it. So you don't have to. It doesn't really mess up the smell too bad.
No, no, not it. It really doesn't. But it's just
Especially when is once it's on your skin and evaporating, it really has no that effect.
but yeah, I mix all of that, and then I'll grit it, and I will grit it with. I love garnet, so I grit it with garnet. Um, and then I'll use quartz, black obsidian. It really just depends on how I'm feeling when I'm making it again. I'll use cherry quartz. Sometimes I'll use crystal dicks, literally, for the charging of my blends, as well as if y'all don't have tarot of sexual magic,
I still need to get that.
you should definitely get it, because it's great for love working. It's great for anything to do with love, sensuality, lust, sexuality. It's a great deck, and so I'll use certain cards that express what I want, and I'll grid it and charge my blend. And then anytime I want to feel empowered, anytime I feel ugly, really, anytime I feel horrible or just down, or I want to uplift the vibration. Wow, it's just a good show tonight. I want to uplift the vibration, uplift the energy of me as well as my atmosphere. I'll use this, and this will help attract. It will help you feel comfortable in your own body. It'll just make you feel good. And I spray this on my bed. I spray it before I leave to work. I'll spray it sometimes, and it just helps you to tap into that love and lust and sensuality essence of the witch. I feel like I've been talking forever now.
Yeah, but that's awesome. I love that blend. I love the sensuality. Making yourself feel more sensual is so empowering, and it gives you confidence. You walk into a room and you are confident. You're just like, hey, I'm looking hot. I'm feeling good. And that in itself helps attract what you want.
Right.
The person that's paying attention to your sensual side, that appreciates your sensuality. Because to me, witches are very sensual. We're very sensual creatures. So, that I really enjoy that. I love the vanilla.
Me too.
Attitude.
Well,
It's just amazing.
Yeah.
Go ahead, what were you going
to I was just gonna say every time I think of orange, I think of you. But you could customize this blend super easy, and you could even adding a few drops of orange in this blend. It would be really delicious. And orange is very stimulating. It also opens the way, so it's very good to open the gates. Everything I say tonight is just not right. So Well,
Right. But and it also has like, calming effects too, so you're not nervous. Most of us get pretty nervous. If you're going on a first date, if you're trying to attract someone, and you feel like it may be working, you kind of get nervous. And orange is really good at soothing those nerves while also lifting your energy, and really getting in touch with your inner self.
right.
So like your an inner child. So yeah, that's fun. And vanilla, I love vanilla because not only is it sensual, but you also have that aspect of home. Whenever I smell vanilla, I think of homemade cookies.
Right.
That's what pops into my mind. So, and it's amazing. So you have that comfort of still being in a safe space. Most people relate home to safe. So you're more confident and you're able to better express yourself and know that you're safe.
Right. I like that. And like when you're charging this, when you're activating it, you should be doing it as you're creating it. But then when you charge it, if you're going to use orange, you can also use orange peel in your grid as you charge it.
Ooh, yeah.
And actually, I would make it like a sort of like a ritualistic process. And if you can, eat an orange. So as you peel it, think of all of the things that you want to attract to yourself, and think of how it feels to step into that confidence, to step into that power. And as you're peeling the orange, always create that feeling, create that image, and step into it. And you peel it, and then as you consume it, live it. And then utilize the peel to charge your potion.
Yes. Oh, and if you're having a slump in your relationship, if you feel like you're not connecting, that there's not a lot of energy in a relationship, you can use the orange itself, the little orange pieces, charging it, and then feed those, eat some yourself and feed them to your significant other.
Yes, absolutely.
Reestablish that connection and give your relationship that much needed energy boost. All the while it's adding calming influences. So if you've been arguing a lot, sometimes you add energy to that, it just makes it worse. So the beauty of orange is you can uplift the energies without adding to the fighting and the aggression.
Right, I like that. I like that a lot. But yeah, love energy and attraction. It's really fun. There's so much you can do with it, and just be creative. And we express in Monday's video, like kind of like how you can utilize a Friday and do that, and why it's good to work love stuff during that day. But we explain a lot more on how to activate and what to do on Monday's video. So again, if you haven't checked it out, please do, because we put a lot into it, and there's a lot of information there, and I think that it will just help everything click. But yeah, potions, liquid magic, they're fun. They're really fun. And if you drink, if you party, or if you like entertain, you can actually have a lot of fun with that too. Vodka and different like vodka and cranberry. If you use cherry vodka, different things. What is that? Vanilla vodka and Frangelico. Vanilla vodka and Frangelico tastes like chocolate cake.
Yes.
Really good. But you can have fun with it. So when you entertain, if you want to promote like this loving essence, like sensual nature, because when people drink, obviously our inhibition is kind of like, but you can set the tone of your party in a very witchy way. You channel the witch essence, that sensual nature, that love, that fun, adventure, and put it into what you're creating. You can even do like ice cubes, like freeze ice cubes and like put some mint in there. And mint's good for love as well, but it's also good for like abundance and attraction, and it helps with that. So many different things you could do. It's very fun.
Yeah. Lots of fun.
I know. Is there anything else that you would like to say, to express before we say bye-bye?
I don't really think of anything other than to reiterate the point you made earlier about, the fact that potions aren't just throwing shit together. You really need to have, be in the spell zone and focus on your intention and add that energy into your, potion, your liquid magic. It's not magic if you're not adding those energies and combining those energies in that special place of spell casting.
I like that.
So don't forget
that. Zone. Get into your spell zone, which is, I like that. That's funny. And that should be, across the board. Anything that you witch. It's not, that's what separates us from mundane. It's not like your everyday dullness. You step into something, you become something, you are something. And so in order to create magic, in order to create that life, you have to activate it. You have to wake it up. You have to program it. And so definitely step into your spell zone. I like that.
Yes.
But yeah, have fun, y'all. Have fun with it. You can use basically anything. There's so much that you can do with love potions. It doesn't have to just be about attracting a specific person. It could be about maintaining a relationship, having fun, putting life back into something, getting kinky. It's everything. It's everything. So if you have any questions or comments, comment below, please. Thank you so kindly. But it's been fun, y'all. Until next time.
Bye.